Hello and welcome to episode 4 of my modded Minecraft series. It's a new morning on the Skyblock. We have many things to do, and one of them is to make use of this floor of water. So first of all, we should probably turn it into a bucket of water, which is pretty easy. Just need to pop it down. Have I not got a pick? I was sure I had a pick. I do! It's right there. Thank you. Any old place will do. Chuck that in there. Pick it back up again. Lovely. So, I think it's time that we started farming all of these vegetables we've been picking up. The only question is where, and I'm kind of liking maybe somewhere in the orchard, actually. I might even just chop down one of these apple trees. This one isn't a massive producer anyway. And if we take this out, we will have a nice square centered on this block all the way out. Actually, it's a perfect size, right? Because the water reaches 4 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Yeah. I like it. We'll sacrifice some dirt from our tree farm, probably. The leaves, I guess, will despawn on their own, so that'll be alright. Have to move our bed a little bit, but that's fine. It can go up the back here somewhere. We will, of course, build ourselves a proper house, etc. A bit later on. So for now, let's sacrifice this line of trees and use the dirt to grow crops instead. So actually, that's the only one that's not going to be dirt. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a slab over it. Because if I fall in, it'll waste hunger getting back out again. Let's put this over here. So now I definitely don't want to mess this up and get rid of the water by accident. There we go. Good. And now we knock out there and dig around it a bit. Hey, water. I see you hiding under there, waiting to grow my crops. It's going to be carrots, potatoes, melons, pumpkins. Anything else? Wheat. So many delightful things. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8? Can I steal a piece of dirt from somewhere? I haven't got a piece of dirt somewhere, actually. Sometimes I do. Got these saplings. It's a good start. That one's spare. I need like a couple more bits of something or other. Some string, no. Some apples, I can do it with apples. We've got loads of apples. There we go, that's composting. We should fill in this space here so I don't fall into it. And then we should think about what we're going to plant. So, potatoes, carrots, as much wheat as we can, melon and pumpkin as well. Right. So, potato and carrot are easy. We've only got one of each, so we can't plant them. Do we need to hoe the ground first, I'm thinking? It's okay, we can make a hoe. Bit of wood. Get the bits and pieces together quite quickly. There we go, standard Minecraft wooden hoe. Awesome. And that works? Yes. It murders the durability of it though. So we're not going to be hoeing much with that, but that's fine. I assume we can make a better hoe further down the line. So that's potatoes, that's carrots. That's some wheat. Now the only thing I'm thinking is that we kind of want the pumpkins and stuff to be near the edge, because I'd rather they put their pumpkins outwards than onto a space where we could be growing something else. So actually I might leave the pumpkins and melons for the moment. I think that should be enough dietary variety for us anyway. And we'll wait until we extended our farm out a bit. Although I don't really have anything else to plant. Oh, I know. We can just steal. Of course, the dirt doesn't have to be all right near in the centre, does it? No, no, no. We can build it out however we want. Fine. Good. So we just fill that back in like that. That's fine for the moment. And let's go to the sides. So we don't really want one here because it won't have anywhere to go. But there is going to be space for a pumpkin or melon to go here and put the fruit down out there. The same thing for this space as well. And they should be hydrated there. Melon, pumpkin. Good. Oh, that's a good start, that is. Right, got a few apples ready. So we'll collect those up as well. Certainly no shortage of apples anymore. And let's see what else we can get going. Stone Age. Obtain a crucible. So, dust into a barrel of water makes clay. Add a little bone meal to make porcelain, and then craft and fire a crucible. So, dust into a barrel of water. Well, that's going to be fine once we have a piece of... What am I thinking of? Water. A piece of... That's why I got confused. I said a piece of water. Anyway, a block of water. A water source block, I suppose would be the technical term. Because it's going to use it up, I assume. And we don't really want to use up our one piece of water. So, how do we get a second water floor? Or something along those lines. I don't know, actually. I have no idea. Do we just have to wait for it to rain? That seems a bit harsh. But we've already got our floor from there. These are rewards of bags, so that's no real use. Toast? Okay. Fine. Well, I guess we're just going to have to wait for it to rain. It'll happen eventually, right? Of course it will. So, what I'm going to do then is wait for these crops to grow a bit. If I get any more significant quantities of crops together, I suppose I'll save for these quests first, and then I'll start turning all that biomass into dirt. And we'll bring the farm out to its maximum glorious size. So until it rains, I'm going to be off camera for a bit, and I'll see you when I'm thoroughly soaked and very happy. Just checking in to show you an interesting development. I was thinking to myself, I've made a lot of dirt on this skyblock. I wonder where it's all gone. Now, some of it we did turn into cobblestone, but the rest of it was languishing underneath these apple saplings. So I've ripped all the dirt out from underneath them. It's just planks under there now. Doesn't seem to have affected the trees at all, and allowed me to extend the farm quite a bit, which is growing along nicely. One other thing to mention is that by default, Harvestcraft, I think it's Harvestcraft, changes the growth of crops so that they do in fact only grow during the day, which is cool, and I enjoyed that feature. But these leaf blocks were completely messing up the growing of the crops. So if we look here, SL on the left hand side, it's 13, so sunlight level's 13, so it's only I think 15 in full sun. Yeah, so those leaves don't block it much, but I was hoping there'd be a threshold on how much light, or how much sunlight rather, you needed to grow crops, but it seems it's a 15 hard limit, so even one block of leaves above a crop causes it to stop growing. So unfortunately I've had to turn that off for the moment. I'm not particularly chuffed about that, but I'd be less chuffed about moving my whole farm or moving my trees or something like that, and I don't think it's ridiculous, and it doesn't seem to be able to be taken advantage of too crazily. I mean, crops growing at night, you know, what will they think of next? Anyway, yeah, look, see, apples still pouring out of the trees, and crops growing away nicely. So I'll be back once the farm is a little larger. let me ask you something. Does it look like rain? The answer is no, it does not. Ever. Ever. I have been waiting so long. To give you some idea, this is the farm now. It's far too large. It's frankly excessive, but I was kind of enjoying my farming, so I wasn't too cut up about, sitting around, growing some veg, keeping fed. It was a nice experience, but it is absolutely, definitely not going to rain. As far as I can tell, anyway. I mean, it's perfectly possible, but we can't wait. So, it's new quest time. And as such, I think it's time we got a little bit creative. By creative, of course, I mean in the literal sense. It's time to add something to our quest book. I've got the OP edition here, which gives me control. And if we pop into the Stone Age, we need to add a new quest. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to put it yet, but I can tell you what the reward is going to be. And that's a florb of water. So let's start off by getting that set up. Very good. I wonder what we should call it. I don't know. Maybe we'll come back to that as well. So, it's definitely going to be a consume task where something is handed in and used up. And the only question then is, what is something we have that we could trade for water, which is reasonably difficult to get, so that, waiting for it to rain is a fair alternative if you're absolutely insane or just lucky. I think perhaps some sort of juice. What's the wateriest juice? Apple juice. That's available a little bit early on, I think. What else is there? There's cherry juice. Similar sort of scenario. Carrot juice. You can juice a carrot, right? Hang on. Let's have a look. Carrot juice. You can. It's an unfulfilling snack, same as the rest of the juices. So I think carrot juice is the way to go. How many is the only other question. Well, for our obtain carrots quest down here, we need 16 carrots. So perhaps we'll go with another 16 carrot juice as well. So what do we want? Hang on. Click on the task. Change item. That wants to be carrot juice times 16. Very good. I'm going to call this task hand in carrot juice. What's an amusing or literal quest title? How about exchange carrot juice? I know, it's crazy. It's so far out there and avant-garde. It might just work. Now we can write something bitter in the quest text. Taking too long to rain? Question mark. To which the answer is yes, absolutely it is. Why not make water? Well, no, that's maybe not strictly true. How about, I suppose, carrot juice might work in a pinch. You'll need a lot of carrots, though. That's true. I mean, it's a bucket, right? 1,000 millibuckets, whatever that is. But I'm guessing there's not many millibuckets of juice in a carrot. So 16 carrot juice gives us 1 florb of water. We should give the quest an appropriate icon. So I guess we'll go with a water florb, or should we go with the old bucket o' water? I think bucket of water is probably a little bit clearer. And how are we going to unlock it? Perhaps we'll slot it in down here. Is that right? No, it needs to be one further away, right? Probably. Never quite sure. That's wrong. That looks okay. We should perhaps make it a requirement of this quest up here, which is a trigger quest. So none of these become available till we've crafted a furnace, which seems fair. And that should do it, I think. Exchange carrot juice. Blah, 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 blah. Add in 16 carrot juice. Get a floor of water. Yeah, I like it. Should be good. And that's how you add a quest. Thrilling, isn't it? You know what's better, actually, and more exciting, is being able to look at the skyblock in creative mode. Isn't that cool? That perspective is really nice. And it's big. It's quite huge. Doesn't look very good from the top, unfortunately. It's mostly just trees. Although that's a nice little view in there. A little farm. Aww. Okay. Well, time to save up and get back into it. In survival mode, unfortunately. Well, I say unfortunately, that's the most fun. But it would be very easy to make some quick progress, wouldn't it, in creative mode? We could even make it rain in creative mode. But no, we've got a quest now. Let's make some carrot juice. It'll be thrilling. Carrots have been juiced. I've recovered from my drought-inspired malaise with a cup of coffee. And we're ready to hand this in and get ourselves a second water source block. Awesome. Let's repeat what we did last time to bucket it. And actually, why don't we do it exactly where we're going to set it up? Where's a good place for a water source? How about in between these trees for the moment? Oh no, that's meant to be pumpkins or melons? Melons. Melons. It's meant to be melons. Not there then. Maybe here. Something like that should do nicely. That one goes in there. We've got a bucket of water somewhere. Oh no, we don't have a bucket of water, do we? We have the water in the middle of the farm. Let's steal this for a second. How am I going to get you out? Perhaps I'll just take the lid off for the moment. Give me that. And done. So now we can fill the farm back up, fill up anything that we feel like. Can I put the slab back on using the sugar canes? Oh, I can. Perfect. Right. The farm is kicking out absolutely loads of fruit and veg. So that's very good news. And now we should be able to make some progress through our book. So what were we waiting for? Obtain toast. Right. We can do that. I have lots of bread. Well, I have lots of wheat. So, that's our bread that we needed crafted. What's next? Hand in toast. 8. 8 toast. Alright, another 7 bread it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll hang on to the rest of the wheat for the moment, I guess. So, we get that cooking up. That's that sorted. Obtain carrots. How many? 16. Yep. And 16 potatoes as well. Thank you very much. And thank you very much. So that's a couple of reward bags we've got straight out the gate. 8 figs. Okay. I guess... Actually, can we make those into seeds? Can we make a fig tree out of these somehow? What have we got? Lots of salads, fruit juice. Yes, with a jungle sapling. Surprise, surprise. All right. Cool, we'll put those away for the moment. And maybe get some fig trees on the go in a bit. And in the other one, 8 cobblestone. Certainly won't complain about that. Our toast is about halfway done. What else have we got in here then? Obtain a... Oh, yes, of course. Putting dust into a barrel of water. And that's where things went a bit awry because we didn't have the water. But now we do. So, we'll take that from there and put it in the barrel. I think we've got one bit of dust that we made kicking around somewhere. Yes, there it is. So if we put that into the barrel of water, it's a clay block. Great. Next up, craft 7 porcelain. So it's porcelain clay. Porcelain clay. 1 piece of clay, 1 piece of bone meal. We need 7. So let's break this clay block and see how many bits of clay we get. 4. Alright. So I'm guessing we'll need one more bit of clay if we're lucky. So first of all, we need to hammer a piece of this cobblestone into dust. That won't be a problem. Tell you what is a problem is the amount of oak wood I've got in my inventory. We should sort that out as well. Need a nice storage solution for that. Give me that dust. And a piece of water. Let's put one bucket away so they stop stacking all the time. There we go. And this should break into at least 4 pieces of clay, right? 8. There we go. So I need another 6 pieces of bone meal from my pile that I've been saving. And we'll combine those together. It was 7, wasn't it? Was it 7 or 8? I think it was 7, actually. Let's have a look. Yes, craft 7 porcelain. Done. Obtain a crucible. Fine. How do we do this, then? So we have crucible. Recipe. We smelt an unfired crucible, which is our 7 porcelain clay. Got it. So that goes like that. We run it through the smelter. Furnace, even. Ah, 8 toast. Good. That's ready. Let's hand that in. Claim another reward bag. With an iron hammer. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. That's nice. That'll certainly make hammering things down a lot easier. Fine. So our crucible has been fired. And we can hand that in too. Yet another bag. Another 8 cobblestone. And now we need to obtain a lava bucket. You can put a torch underneath a crucible to melt cobblestone into lava. Slowly. Right you are. So have I got a torch? Not just hanging around, but I've got a piece of charcoal, right? Yeah, no problem. So it's got some torches. I guess we'll sink it into the ground a little bit. Like so. Put a crucible on the top. It says crucible, melting speed 1. Alright. And how much cobblestone can we stuff into this bad boy? 5 bits. Alright. Is that moving at all? I think it's very, very slowly going down. So we'll just let that do its thing. And until then... Ah, yes. Wood storage. Or rather, yeah, it is wood. So, there is such a thing as a barrel. This one in particular. A better barrel. So it's a chest with a slab on top surrounded by wood. That shouldn't be too hard to make. In fact, I've still got some slabs kicking around. So, chest with a slab on top surrounded by wood. And this, if you've not seen it before, can hold a lot. What does it say at the top? 354 of 4,096. And they can be upgraded as well to do all sorts of fancy things. Like, you can have a void barrel, which gets rid of any excess. You can have, well, you can't have a creative upgrade, because that's creative only. We can have, oh, B-space barrels. Those are weird. I've not actually used those before, but I've always been tempted to. So they mean that 2 barrels in completely different places are effectively the same one. So anything you put into one can be taken out of the other. They have the same, you know, fullness and all that kind of stuff. Very, very cool. But that'll get rid of all that wood for us. Nice and easy. Still melting over here. And is there anything else we can do until that lava melts? I don't think so. However, I do happen to know why we're making the lava. And the reason we're making the lava is to try and get a cobblestone generator on the go so that we don't have to make it from dirt, which, although we do have quite a lot of dirt these days, still a fairly laborious process. It'd be much easier if we could just get it straight as cobblestone without all the previous nonsense. And if you've ever made one in survival Minecraft, it's going to be exactly the same as that. So the only thing we'll really need is an area of the platform that we can't burn down. And to that end, I think we'll make use of some of this clay that we've got lying around. So what I'm actually going to do is do a little bit of demolition. Doesn't really matter that the planks are falling into the void, I don't really care. And then I'm going to swap this corner of the platform out with the clay. And that will make a nice area that can't be destroyed by the lava that hopefully we will eventually have. So I'm going to let that melt. I'm going to replace this corner of the platform, and then I will be back. I'm all done. Changing the platform out. Nice corner here that can't be burned down. And I believe our lava is ready. Yes. A little bit of cobblestone left in there, I think. Do we want to top up with more? Perhaps not just yet. But I tell you, we will be needing a bucket of water too. So between those two things, we should be able to get ourselves a cobblestone generator going on, if I can remember how to build it. So it's a sort of Tetris-y shape. Gonna have to move that torch. And there is a hole here, I believe, with some water like that. That looks good. That also means if we fall through the hole in the skyblock, it doesn't matter too much because we can just swim back up the water. It's not fun, but it's doable. And the lava bucket goes there, as far away from everything as possible. I think we're safe there. I might swap out this little bit here as well, actually. I'm kind of nervous about that. We'll see how it goes. And there we go. So we have a bit of cobblestone in there. We can grab a hammer and hammer it straight out. Like so. We can even stand in it a bit. And if we aim ourselves down the hole, we can just hold the left mouse button down as well without destroying the platform. And that is more gravel than we have ever... Well, it's not more gravel than we've ever seen, but it's a lot of gravel. An awful lot of gravel. Very, very easily. Beautiful. That's going to make our life so much easier. So let's see what the book has to say about that. Stone Age, very nearly done. So the lava bucket has been completed and will give us one more bag of goodies. That's some more figs. That'll do. And enter the Iron Age. Hand in 24 cobblestone. Alright then. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is grab 3 and make myself a stone pick. Otherwise this is going to take forever. And actually I think we're running a little bit low on time. So this is probably going to be the end of the episode once we hand this in. But essentially now we've kind of escaped from having to suffer and make tons and tons and tons of cobblestone the hard way. Since now we can basically get gravel directly, we should be able to sieve that down and get all of the things that we need to progress a little bit further on. So this is a touch wasteful. Sometimes the cobblestone lands in the lava, but whatever. There's plenty of it. It's not massively fast. Obviously a machine would be quicker. But compared to doing it the old way, with like barrels and apples and stuff, this is crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I think the next age is actually the last one that I finished writing, and I may not have even finished writing it. So I'm going to have to get myself into gear and get that done before we record the next episode. Shouldn't take too long, I don't think. There is some more interesting crafting as we try and automate a few bits and pieces coming up fairly shortly. So that does take a bit of time, and it means that our progress through the ages will slow down somewhat. There's our 24 cobblestone then. That wasn't too difficult at all. Another 8 cobblestone in return, so we barely even lost any. And that is the end of the Stone Age. Iron Age will be next. Yes, as we can see, it only goes a little way out that way and that way. Oh, there's a quest there to build a barrel, right? Way ahead of you for my oak wood there. Still, so survivalist generator, igneous extruders, all sorts of things going on. But for now, I think that'll do us for today. I'm very, very happy with our progress. And I'm enjoying it very much. I hope you are too. And I'll catch you in the next one.